All right, boys and girls, if you've been waiting for a bedtime story, I'm going to provide you a bit of one. And again, with great thanks to Craig, my UK friend, for sending me this way back. It's been about a year now since I got this, and I've gone through it, and I've gone through it, and I've gone through it. Um, Airbrushing. That's not the jersey Mike Eaves is wearing. He's not wearing Calgary. He's not. And the one that really makes me very proud of the work that these people did with their airbrushings. It's not an I had a card. Lensman's isn't great, but there it is. Right there. It shows the Kings jersey and it says traded to Kings and it gives the date. Two reasons. He's traded with Gretzky, and the other reason, probably originally had it with the Oilers jersey and then went, well, we'll airbrush it. And it says here, if airbrushing was an art, the 88-89 Mike Krushelnyski may just be the masterpiece. By the late 80s, airbrushing was very much part of the sports card world. There were all kinds of horrors in every kid's collection, but at least with the Krushelnyski, there was a little flair. You can see shadows drawn on the uniform. There's even effort made to make for a little glare from the lights on Krushelnyski's CCM helmet. You can see that there. So see that the helmet's like a lighter gray on top and darker. It's gorgeous. This is from Ken Reed. Now, Ken Reed is publishing book 2, Hockey Card Stories 2. And when he gets to airbrushing, I hope he gets to this set. Now, I found these cards on eBay last week. Somebody selling his collection, and he's selling it by team sets. So I bought 4 team sets, and then I ordered 4 more. It's actually a nice way to collect the set. The sets from 80-81. It was these are cards from 1981. So buying a set in decent condition is about $300. I don't like the idea of spending $300 on a complete set, but I will buy teams for $10 here and there, and it'll end up being about the same amount of money, but it's over a much longer stretch of time. And I got the 4 sets from him first, just to make sure that the quality was good. There's a Denny Savard rookie card right there. And now that I know that that it's in good shape, I am willing to keep collecting. And it's funny because even some of the non-painted jerseys look kind of painted. Doug Wilson. There's a nice Tony Esposito here. Super action. And on the back it has his playoff statistics all the way through his career. So there's all kinds of fun stuff, and I've mentioned this before that I find lots of fun stuff with hockey cards that you otherwise may not find. Murray Bannerman's on the back. It says, an excellent season at New Brunswick in 1979-80 helped elevate Murray to Blackhawks' backup goaltender post last year, acquired by the Hawks as part of the Pitt Martin trade May 27, 1978. So there's a little factoid, and these cards are just covered in them. Let's see, is that... No, that's not painted on. Somehow they gotta... See, and sometimes they don't even try. Like, there's Al Secord, traded out of Boston to Chicago. They don't even try painting that. Probably they would have feared that Al Secord might have beat him up if they didn't do it well. The year before this, the Calgary Flames moved from Atlanta. So all of the A's on the Atlanta jerseys are just painted out. So they just have red jerseys on, no logo. And I'm not sure what the point of that is, other than, then people don't know. Yeah, they'll never know. That's just crazy. Paul Reinhardt, one of my all-time favorites. And I was excited to actually pull this one. That's a Pat Reagan, I believe that's his rookie card. Talks about him beating the Flyers 9-2. That was one of the first hockey games I ever watched. I remember that game was crazy. Jamie Hislop, is that one of the ones? Nope, they didn't paint that one. I'm gonna just grab the painted ones. That's what I'm trying to do here. So, with apologies. Oh, and of course my favorite, Pekka Radicalio. What a great name. What a fantastic name. Greatest name in the history of hockey. It really is. Pekka Radicalio. Doesn't get better than that. See, in Lanny McDonald, they didn't try to paint his card. But then, for some reason, there's the white under Flames, and the other ones don't have that. The picture's the whole way. The picture gets cut off at Flames on that one. And then the one right behind it, Gary Macadam, there's Flames. And the funny thing with the Gary Macadam is that one's painted. So it's now with Flames, and it looks like they're so embarrassed by how badly it's painted. And it's painted Red Wings. So Gary Macadam goes from the Penguins to the Red Wings. They paint Red Wings over the top, and then he gets traded to the Flames. So somebody somewhere said, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to cover up this Red Wings, put now with Flames. I'm going to bed. Oh, come on. Don't be that way, Bill. No, I'm going to bed. This is a badly drawn one. If you look at the nose on the logo, it's not really, that's not that, no, nuh-uh, no, that's not right. But it's a valiant effort. And I want to say that I have full respect for the guys who were sitting around doing this. Mel Bridgman's another one that I guess they looked at that helmet and said, we can't paint that. And probably because his shorts are in that one too. You want another guy who'll beat you up. There's Ron Delorme, who went from Colorado to Vancouver. And if you look at the look on Delorme's face, I think that was the look on the face of anybody who had to play for the Colorado Rockies. Doesn't look overly happy. And of course, then you have to paint guys into the Flying V. Now, what's beautiful about this Ivan Boldarev, the reason that this has to be in a video is because he's been in Vancouver for over a year now, meaning that they got another picture of him in a Chicago Blackhawks jersey and decided to paint over it again. 2 years in a row, Ivan Boldarev gets a Flying V jersey painted onto him, which probably has him wondering, why couldn't they get a picture of me from this season? Nothing. Not even close. But yeah, these are the things. Another thing of beauty here is Doug Hallward wearing the purple. That's gorgeous, isn't it? I remember when Hallward got traded to the Canucks, and he was their best player in the playoffs that year. He got 3 goals. That was the first year I watched the playoffs, was 1981. So I remember that. And I remember I was all excited too because Blair Mcdonald came over from the Oilers, and of course the Oilers was, where Gretzky was, and oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Because McDonald the year before had 46 goals and 94 points. And he had 14 points in 12 games after the trade deadline deal that the Canucks got him from Edmonton. So it looked like he was really going to make it. Didn't. Spoiler alert. Didn't happen. You just look through here. I know there was another one that got me. Oh, this has always been my favorite picture of Tiger. Because 10 seconds after this, somebody was bleeding. Whoever he's giving that look to was bleeding 10 seconds, 20 seconds later. That was it. As mentioned before, there's George Lyle, the Whalers. So George Lyle, who played for the New England Whalers, played 2 years for the Red Wings, and then ends up back with the Whalers. And this is why I ordered the Whalers, because Davey Keon, right? That's the last Davey Keon card. That's it. And the interesting thing is, on the back, it combines his totals. Both WHA and NHL count on these cards. They don't count the official record book anymore, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. This is what I wanted. I really hope the camera shows this. Now, first, you need to see just how happy those whales look. There's Rick Mcleish with the Whalers. They painted over his jersey. I believe it was Flyers. Yeah, it was Flyers. Now, keep in mind how happy those whales looked. And then look at how miserable this one looks on the shoulder of Greg Millen. It just looks miserable. And that's why I like collecting old cards. That's a big part of it right there. Here's Mike Rogers' Super Action, and it talks about his playoff record. And it includes the WHA as if it was a real professional league. Isn't that weird? And hopefully I can get this one signed at some point. That, of course, is John Garrett. If John gets a chance to see this video, I would love to get this autographed at some point this coming season. The only regret that I have is that I don't have any team sets of Philly and Hartford wearing the Cooperalls. The Cooperalls are amazing. When I get to that point in NHL history, I will do a video on the Cooperalls because players liked them. It was the NHL that said they're not safe. We got to get them out of here. All right. Airbrushed, Mike Krushelnyski. A news update from Detroit's CBS affiliate flashed across the screen. Sportscaster Eli Zarrett delivered the news Wayne Gretzky had been traded to the Kings. I don't know why, but I felt the need to tell the world about this deal. I ran outside and found my supercycle. I was headed to where the kids were. I had one of those. I had one of those supercycles. Pedaled towards him, out of breath. I yelled, "Gretzky's been traded." He was in shock. It was a big deal for me. What about Krushelnyski? What did this mean to his career? I think it was excellent, says Krushelnyski. I think the first time I saw it was when somebody came up to me and asked me to autograph it. I'm like, oh man, look at this. What the heck is this? It's all airbrushed, so it's just hilarious. And of course he's talking about that card. And I don't have that set. I've got my eyes on O-Pee-Chee sets from the 80s. I've got commons of a lot of the sets from the 80s, and that's why. Again, if you haven't read this book, it's well worth picking up. And I am going to pick up the new one as well, because you do find out some kind of fun stuff about cards. They've got a Hall of Famers section. There's Phil Esposito before he got traded to the Rangers and threatened to jump out a window over it. Brian Bellows with the North Stars, fantastic. Yeah, these are the rookie parts. Oh, and there's Dave Reed, who of course is on TV all the time now, hockey analyst, and there he was. Here we go. Brad Marsh. There's exactly what I was talking about. Flames. So since they go to Calgary, he doesn't have a logo on his chest. They wiped it out. They airbrushed out the Atlanta logo. It didn't happen. Marsh made it, but he was on the move as Atlanta Flames were packing up and moving to Calgary. Thanks to this move, Marsh's rookie card almost has a "what team did I play for" again? Look, yes, he's all in Flames red, but what about the crest? It's not there at all. With the Flames on the move, the card maker simply airbrushed out the flaming A of the Atlanta club. It's an NHL card, but Brad Marsh kind of looks like he's playing for a men's league team that hasn't decided on a name or a logo. And that's what made that so funny, that they airbrushed out the A and they didn't bother to try to put in the C. They're like, nah, we're good. We're just going to take the logo out, which makes you think with some of the other airbrushed cards, maybe they should have just taken them out altogether. Just get them out of there. All right. So for hockey card aficionados, which curiosity do you have in your collection that you're most proud of? And I'm talking like errors. I'm talking airbrush. I'm talking goofy looking cards. I'm talking like cards from the 70s with the big thick sideburns and the huge bushy mustaches. That kind of thing. A card that you look at and you go, it's not really worth money, but it's worth something to me. Be interested to know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. I'll talk to you again soon.